Welcome back to Hot Take Sports. So 158. Matt, how you doing today? No good. A nice lip day in. Had practice, kind of blue. I'm waiting for the season to be over, just like the girls. Brady, how you doing? I'm here. Isaac. The Browns. All right, sports.
Welcome back to Hot Take Sports episode 158. How are you doing today?
Feel pretty good. It was my first day back at work since coming back from vacation. And it was pretty good overall day. I didn't work out or anything. I'll just wait until next week to
I gotta ease back into
get back into the whole swang of things. Plus, it was freaking cold outside. I did not want to deal with that. I was like, no, I'm just going to go in and lay down.
You did choose the perfect time to go to freaking Texas, right as it got really cold in Ohio.
I know. And then when we landed, I left Dallas with shorts and my sweatshirt and the crew shirts we got when we all went. The free ones. Yeah. I'm like, all right, so something's gonna happen right here. It's gonna be like 55 degrees when we land, so this is gonna be perfect. And I proceeded to like sweat through my sweatshirt all the way on the plane.
Of course.
I'm like, dude, way down.
Did you ask him to open the windows?
No. Thought about it.
I would do that.
But
excuse me. Can we open the windows? It's a little warm in here.
Yeah. You got anything to like just poke a little tiny hole through this like double pane glass? Dude, way down, the Wi-Fi on the plane wouldn't work. So all of their free movies on Southwest or whatever literally would play. And then they'd buffer every like 10 seconds.
Bro, like a raw dog, the flight, just sit there and stare at the backs of the seat in front of it.
Played Pixel Pro Golf. Listening to my Apple Music from junior high. Oh my god. It was terrible.
Yeah, what was your music taste in junior high? More rap.
It was here.
Lil Wayne.
Let me play you a little snippet.
Kendrick Lamar.
What you said, and Lil Wayne.
This is a little snippet.
Flow Rida, baby?
Yeah, Going Down for Real by Flow Rida was one of the songs.
That was so far in junior high.
It wasn't so bad.
Yeah, but that was like White Iverson post football.
No,
it's still good post football.
Yeah, it was.
Was that junior high?
I have it on that. 2018.
Touche. Yeah, that makes
I'm pretty sure I didn't even use Apple Music in 2018.
Oh, that would be the end of our junior high studies.
Nope, I don't pay with anything. There's nothing to buy.
No.
Yeah, all right, doing good. Screw it, we're going the other way. Isaac, how you doing?
That's the normal way.
Shit.
That is normal.
Shut up. Matt, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. I'm feeling a little off in the tummy right now. We had one of the players' moms brought pizza after practice today.
Little Caesars?
It was heavenly, which is why I couldn't stop myself from eating the extra 2 slices.
Oh, dude!
And then I ran home. It's so well. That's why I couldn't help it. I was like, AJ's can't beat it. So, that was major mistake there. And then I ran home. Was like, all right, I got 50 minutes or so to get a lift in because Isaac said he was going to be late, so I thought I'd be fine on time. And then he goes, "Oh no, I'm here already. We're good to go."
Crazy part was I was pulling in at 712, and I'm like, I wonder who's speeding behind me in a 25 mile per hour zone. It was him.
It was him.
It was 7:15. I'm like, this mother.
But anyways, so then I tried to pound out my lift. So I basically did like a full 45, 50-minute lift in 32 minutes. And then was still dumb enough to chug the protein shake afterwards. So that's what I'm feeling right now.
Protein shake and heavenly?
Yeah, not right.
That's brutal, bro.
Not right. Chocolate covered pizza is what I'm burping up right now. It's crazy. It's not great. Which is why I was hoping to have Mountain Dew to lift the lift the spirits, get a little extra gas out. But you just told me to do it. I was the last one here.
Like, hey, bro, since you're not here,
you all sat here, reclined, just chilling while I'm driving 55, 60 miles an hour on I-75, just like, hey, you should go and do this. When you all could have gone to Walmart, gotten a 12-pack, and been back and beaten me here.
I just went to Dollar General.
I was setting up the podcast, and Isaac was starting the bathroom and Thagic.
You were setting up the podcast? That wasn't on, and he didn't even have a cord when I got here. What were you setting up?
You plugged in everything. It just wasn't happening.
It's like
everything
chords.
well, everything was like all put away and stuff, so I was like pulling everything back out.
Yeah.
Because I did decide to be productive and clean for one time.
I'm proud of you.
Heaven forbid. Yeah, like you can still see the vacuum wipes.
Isaac, how you doing?
Wow.
I'm
You don't
doing
play
good.
reverse cards anymore. Just
Had a nice day at my internship.
yeah. What'd you do?
Nothing.
Made a postcard.
For what? Where you going?
Made a post.
Or where did you go?
It's just to send out to like schools around accounting and stuff to tell them about UF.
It's the informational care package.
Pretty much.
I don't know if I'd call
Well, I'm just trying to.
Yeah. it. I was thinking like postcard, like you sent a postcard home when you go to the mountains or something. I'm with you.
I mean, it's Tom's information.
You done yet?
I think that's
No.
what he said.
Yeah, I know.
Hey. All right, we get your scores.
Nicholas
get
Jamal
this
Chubb is returning this week.
No one asked you to talk.
Anyway, fine, Brady.
That's a
How
great
are
spot
you?
to start, though.
How are you
I-
doing?
I'm doing all right. Went to the doctor today. Had to get my ankle checked out.
Heard all this before.
Not very happy about it.
They haven't.
We will spare details because
Because Brady's broken as usual. Next.
nothing new there.
Shout out to those ankle braces, though.
Yeah. Overall, pretty solid day though. Got some good work in.
Hey,
Productive.
I got a scooter if you need it.
It could be Roger.
Matt, I will politely pass on the scooter. Thank you for the offer.
And Clayton's not doing it. Bless you. It's like cough, sneeze.
Fine.
All right, screw you too then.
Sneeze.
Schnoz.
Nose.
Right, schnoz. And Clayton's not doing well because he has the flu right now. So feel better soon, Clayton.
Womp womp.
But don't worry. Wow, that was so uncalled for.
Wow.
What a jerk.
Wow. He just came off the top rope after putting him through like 2 chairs and a table. My God, that was uncalled.
Yeah, I was gonna give you the floor to
Right in the schnoz. We should
put out Clayton's comment, but no, never mind. Screw you. Why would we talk about Magic Johnson when we could be talking about Thagic Johnson? Thaddeus Young.
All right, I didn't please start talking.
That's damn near a fact.
Um,
No. So it was like 2 or 3 years ago. There was a time that Thaddeus Young was putting up like near triple doubles off the bench with like 9 points, 10 rebounds, 12 assists, and he was getting like game stat comparisons to Magic Johnson. So the Bulls were calling him Thagic Johnson.
Wow.
Because it was the year before the Bulls had like Lonzo Ball and they were the 1 seed, like up till the All-Star break when everything went to crap.
Mm-hmm.
It was like the year before that. So they were still like, a 30-win team or something like that. So it was like their one bright spot.
So
I think you made that up.
Good time.
So
I'll look it up.
would we say that Draymond or prime Draymond Green was Magic Johnson? Because to be quite frank with you, I mean,
Yeah.
when they were like when it was like prime Clay, Steph, Harrison Barnes, him, and whoever their center was at the time, was he not putting up like 9, 12, and like 10 assists at least? Like he was doing.
He was close to that.
He wasn't scoring. He was doing everything else though. That man was making 3-pointers back in the day. I remember that against the Cavs.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, you're not wrong.
I'm not saying I like the comparison, but it's just statistically speaking, it may be correct.
All right. So, here's the graphic. This talks about the graphic. It was created when Thaddeus Young played his 800th game in the league in early 2018, but already during that season, his scoring average dipped and hasn't gone up ever since. While Young has been averaging enough rebounds and steals and shot well enough, the decrease of his career scoring average, now 12.9, excluded him of the legendary 13.5, 5.9, 1.4, 49%, 30% club. The club now includes Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Michael Jordan, and LeBron James. So at one point, the only people in NBA history who had averaged 13.5 points, 5.9 assists, 1.4 steals, maybe shot 40, at least 49% from the field and at least 30% from three were Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Michael Jordan, LeBron James, and Thaddeus Young.
What a guy.
But again, that was 6 years ago, and now AD and Kawhi are both in that club, and Thaddeus Young is not.
So should Thaddeus Young be on our MVP Mount Rushmore? He should be in the meme Hall of Fame.
I was saying, yeah, maybe for the Thagic Johnson stuff.
Thagic Johnson.
Hey, now that we have great.
That was also 3 years ago on Reddit. So
that's all you need.
You are digging deep into Reddit stuff from 3 years ago.
Hey man, Google's
it was
digging
the
deep
first
for
thing on Google.
Google's digging for it.
Yes.
It's like a subcontract.
Okay.
By
Sports.
yes. By yes. By Clayton question, right? We are supposed to say blank Deshaun Watson.
Screw.
Metaphorically speaking.
Yes.
F you.
In the game.
In the game.
No. IRL, bro. Screw that, man. I'm done with him.
Yeah.
Take both.
Yeah, Deshaun Watson's awful. Chubb's back this week against the Bengals.
Here it is. It is literally on his basketball reference. Thagic Johnson. Thad and Thagic Johnson.
Did I say nickname?
Yeah. Basketball reference has nicknames for everybody.
I'll never tell that man. Patrick Joe. Can you imagine seeing him in the middle of the street? Like
He played for the Thunder, right?
I don't know. Let me go look at his basketball reference.
someone do
Keep
purple.
going about the Browns.
Okay.
The only bright spot in the entire franchise right now.
The
Hunter.
meth yes.
Your wide receiver.
MVP.
Oh.
Corey Bahorton.
Yes. But what Chubb post came out and said today with his what was it, story media article?
They're calling it a letter, technically. So it's
Okay, so Chubb's letter was beautiful. If you haven't seen it, go look at it. It's beautiful.
What a guy.
I actually got chills. I wasn't joking. I don't know why.
It was a really good read. Like I don't
emotional with you.
like I don't stop and sit and like read like full length stuff like that. But that was worth it.
It's still there. Patrick Johnson.
But
Give him a bed.
I want the Browns to get a quarterback and sign Jamal Chubb to a long-term ascension.
Jamal
Okay,
Chubb.
nobody calls him by his middle
Okay.
name.
Sign Nick Chubb
Just call him Nick Chubb.
to a long-term ascension.
No, he never played for OKC. Philadelphia for 7 years, Indiana for 3 years, Chicago for 2 years, Toronto for 3 years, Brooklyn for 2 years, Minnesota for 1, San Antonio for 1, and Phoenix for 1.
Okay, I was gonna text Carson and ask him about that. Johnson. Anyway, continue because
Yeah.
the Browns did a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Yes.
We have also traded Amari Cooper. We traded Cooper and a 7th. That was
You trade Cooper to 6th for a 3rd and a 2nd.
for a 3rd and 7th. Honestly, good trade. And then, did you guys see Amari's Instagram post?
Nope.
Yeah, talking about something about Russ.
Russ, it was something.
Oh yeah, it was like rust or move or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
He
hinting.
said,
stay or rust or something like that.
in the
Yeah.
great words of Martin Luther King Jr., free at last. Free at last. Thank God Almighty,
Basically
I'm free at
bashing
last.
Deshaun.
Good. He should.
And I'm like, well, no one else is going to say that right now, but everyone else is thinking it if he is.
Did you see, the account that was getting accused for is that exactly what
That's
you brought up?
Okay.
We should do a podcast.
So one of the rumored burners of one Deshaun Watson, Vernon Pritchard, because people are just named that, I guess, in 2024.
Peyton's little cousin or something.
Maybe. That's what players get when they drop dimes. Good riddance. Now 4 just need the coach traded and be back next year on God. 100 of OD. Brother, you suck.
Yeah. Now, Amari Cooper, I think, is still leading the league in drops.
He is.
So doesn't help the case.
Yeah, now they're getting drops legend Kadarius Toney in the lineup.
God.
I
My
hope
God,
it's
I'm-
the rookie.
Go put DTR out at wide receiver or something.
At that point, yeah. Put DTR at quarterback
Miles
or
Garrett out
Jameis.
there.
I don't care. But
If I hear one more week, you say put DTR quarterback. Anyway,
What do they have to lose?
their dignity. No, they don't.
no,
Yeah,
we
they-
lost that.
I lost that already.
But the Browns are finally home after 3 weeks on the road, I want to say.
Sounds right.
That stadium is going to be wild.
You think?
It will be a chant of "We want Jameis."
I was gonna say, I think the only reason it might
Maybe
be
wild.
decently full is because it's against the Bengals.
Bengals
Against
and
Nick
Chubb come
Small.
show.
I've seen a bunch of
Supposed
people talking about how their plan is to boo every single offensive play.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Going Eagles style. I like it.
He's a douche, bro.
Yeah.
Started taunting his own fans at the end of the game.
Talking-
Army, huh? We won.
Talking crap to your fans when you beat the 1-4 Browns. Congratulations.
Yeah, by 4 points. Congratulations, you almost lost.
Didn't throw a touchdown until what? End of the second quarter, middle of the third. something like
Yeah,
that.
something like that.
Game was so
But shout out to Miles Garrett for blocking another field goal and graduation to touchdown leader Ronnie McLeod,
The safety.
the
Yeah,
backup safety.
The safety.
even worse. Yeah. The dude on the Vikings would lead your team in touchdowns too. I think.
And
Ginkle.
the next Browns trade rumor is the Darius Smith to the Lions for a 4th round pick.
Because they need a Hutchinson replacement.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Rip Aiden Hutchinson, man. He didn't
Yeah.
die, but he had
He
one of his legs died.
Oh.
Holy cow.
You got Lieutenant Dan.
Yeah. Look it up if you really want to, but
it's
viewership advised.
yeah.
I've also seen that the Lions have reached out about us ending Hassan Reddick's
Yes, I also
Hold
saw
on.
that.
I tried.
couldn't remember the word. Hold out.
I
Yeah.
saw that they were talking to Las Vegas for Max Crosby.
Yeah, I saw that.
Dude,
too.
if
That could
that's
be-
legitimate,
That could be
Yeah.
Nick and Fuds, dude.
Max Crosby ain't going anywhere.
Mm,
You see
maybe.
his locker room conversation? He ain't going anywhere unless they force him out. Suppose they could.
hey, the Raiders got a new owner. They're preparing for the next era.
Spencer Rattler?
Bill Belichick.
Oh, Spencer Rattler's a
Same.
saint. Yeah. I got half the color right.
Yeah.
Now,
They'll go-
they still have Gardner Minshew and Aiden O'Connell.
Talking about Jersey, right?
What?
No, I don't know.
What?
I didn't say anything. Nervous laugh. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
But do you wanna go?
yeah, I'll
Talk about it?
go.
You don't have to. I mean, just give us a good 7-second summary. Or you can tell us more about the trip.
All right, so for the people who don't know, aka
Hi, Mom.
I'm Brady.
I had Dad listened to it too, so
Mhm.
I don't want to feel left out.
So we went to Dallas. We left. Yeah, we left Thursday, and we got there Thursday night. We went to Dallas. We went for the Cowboys Lions game. So Friday we woke up. We went to Waco, Texas. Do you know like Chip and Joanna Gaines? So like yeah, we
Waco's
drank the
fun.
Kool-Aid. I'm just kidding. We didn't. I'm just kidding. Cut that out. Cut that out. Cut that out. They're gonna catch me. Oh my god. I'm just kidding. So we drove by Baylor University. I got a picture of McLean Stadium. That was pretty cool. But they were on a bye.
Nah.
I'm like, damn, no one played. It was like a ghost town, dude. Like I don't know if it was fall break for them or what, but there was like nobody.
Good man.
And so we went to like Magnolia. It's called Magnolia, something like Steel Silos. It's
Yeah.
something that Chip and Joanna Gaines had. It's kind of like a block party thing that they got going on. It's like a bunch of like vendors they got out there on tents. They got like a couple of food trucks. I mean, there's just a bunch of stuff. So we went there. That was like an hour and a half drive.
Is that the next place for your family food truck to go park at?
Definitely not. It's too far.
Yeah, it's an expensive spot. I
Yeah.
guarantee it.
Probably.
So we did that. That was pretty good.
Everything's bigger in Texas.
Yeah. I almost got a hat, cowboy hat.
We go cowboy hat.
Sure,
Thank
They
you.
were making them there. And my dad, I'm like, yeah, give me a cowboy hat and a belt buckle walking to work. When they back, all right, listen up.
Dude,
Where's my spit cup?
dude, your cowboy hat with the dagger would have gone hard.
Piece of wheat sticking out of your mouth.
Yeah. It's a weed, just big old belt buckle, like literally. Yeah, you know. But
Weighs you down.
yeah. So we did that. That was pretty good. Saturday, we went and toured Jerry World. That was pretty cool. Learned that there was 3,500 TVs and that the Jumbotron cost $45.2 million. That was
Just for people that hit it with punts.
yeah, dude, it was crazy. That was literally all I was watching for that.
And to blow out the cord.
Yeah. So and then we were panning and we just hanging out. We checked like we weren't supposed to go in the press box, but like the big main like elevator that they would move like a bunch of stuff in at once, like those big old commercial elevators, not just like regular ones. It was being like it was either down or someone else was using it. Used one and we ended up like and there was like 40 people maybe in our tour, 50, 40 people in our tour, but they were doing like these from like 9 a.m. Never just doing that. I just racked it. So we're going through and we're looking at all these things. We pull up to we stop at this like portfolio and it's just our Super Bowl trophy. And I would be like, I looked at my dad and I went, he goes, what was that for? I said, damn dusty. That was pretty good. Some friend just laughed. It was like, yeah, pretty good. They fist bumped me. And so back to the story of the elevator. We were the first group up and we're standing there and there's this thing that says press box. I'm like, oh, we're going there. The door's propped open. So like my dad walks in there taking pictures. So the dude who fist bumped me walks in there and I let mom that's great run in there. I run in there, literally like where every like analyzer or whatever would just sit there. It was literally a desk and a chair the entire like, and I'm just like, oh my God. And you look at the field, you see everything. I'm like, this is awesome. So we run back out. And the best part is of the tour, we didn't go in there. Like Phil, what a guy. Phil's a legend, by the way. So he like was running. Like this man left all of us in the dust.
What a guy.
And that man was like 60 something years old and he was cooking us. And I found out that Jerry World could probably hold up to 100,000 people.
That makes sense.
There was 93,000 there at the game.
Wow. That was right here, man.
No, I believe so. I saw we can get a media post of the attendance, but he said that there was 96,000 there in one of the playoff games.
Oh,
Yeah, a while back. But it was $29 for a standing ticket, and a standing ticket is like the Nordecker pretty much like first come first serve.
Mhm.
But like there's no people checking your ticket. Like you're just literally you open the doors and you haul ass into the railing. And
Is that why they always post those videos of people just sprinting in there? That makes
Yeah.
so much more sense.
they literally like
does.
Simba to like 10 kids. Like the security people were picking them up and holding them. Like, do not run over the little children. And then as soon as they dropped the little like ropes, you ran straight through the doors and just opened them and ran. And I'm like, you guys are absurd. And I watched one man sprint the 2 like levels up, so he would be the first on the like 4th floor.
Interesting.
It was absurd.
That's awesome. Like I love that just the dedication. Like
There's dedication for sure. Like it reminded me of like Mossberg when Nordecker was just like that corner. It was like a dog fight to get into that corner for the most part to actually get good seats. We did that. That was a really good time. Shout out to Maddie for that. She bought us that. And then Sunday came. High hopes after Will Howard slid down with 0 seconds left. What a guy. I texted Brady. I said, maybe this is his sacrifice for the Cowboys winning tomorrow.
Did you see that today the NCAA?
Yeah, that they're getting rid of that loophole.
The loop for Oregon's loophole. Like that's so funny. Bit
Right.
late, but fair.
Grant looked at me and goes, "You did the same USB notification I did." I did something about the Oregon loophole that they use. He goes, "Yep." I said, "A little late." He goes, "Yeah,
Yeah.
just a little."
We didn't fall too far though.
No, we went.
No,
We'll be in the playoffs.
we'll see them again in the Big Ten championship.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a good point.
We got to beat number 3
Over.
first. Which I
True.
we got to beat them. We got to beat 6-0. Indiana's somehow on fire, and then we got to obviously play Rayola and Nebraska.
I'll be at that game.
Nebraska or Indiana?
Nebraska.
And then we play Michigan, who's still 24, hanging on barely. Right. Anyway, back to the Cowboys game. The first drive, it was pretty promising, to be honest with you. Dak almost threw a pick. The ball got tipped up in the air. Rico Dowdle caught the ball and ran for 15 yards. I'm like, oh my God, luck is on our side today, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to win this football game. We drive down, kick a field goal. Was I happy about it? No. But we kicked
For your fantasy team, yes.
Yeah, for fantasy wise, yes. After that, the Lions proceeded to cram the ball down our throat with running, and they scored a touchdown, make it 7-3. And then Dak comes back out, and we're looking good, driving all the way down. We get down to like the 10-yard line again, and we run like this corner route. It was like a Ohio concept. It was a corner route and an underneath route, and the safety literally made Dak look like his son. He faked down on the hard flat route. It was 3rd and 5, and Tolbert probably would have got the first down just to keep it going. But Dak anticipated too early. He saw the safety come down a little bit on the flat, and he floated it was an okay ball, but for the window it was in after the safety went back, it was not good at all. And CD was like, "Is that supposed to be for me?" And then just like ran past the guy, he picked it off and then fell down in the end zone. So, and after that, that's when it just went straight downhill after that. The Lions just ran the ball down our throats. They did play action. I was literally just sitting there waiting for play action the one drive because they ran the ball like 7-8 times in a row. And I'm like, play action is going to happen here eventually. But then when they did that
The double reverse
back to Goff, and then Laporta was wide open. He ran for 52 yards and a touchdown. I'm like, all right, this game's chalk.
That was his
Monday.
only catch of the day for Laporta.
Laporta and St. Brown really didn't do anything aside from his 52-yard touchdown catch. And I mean, I'm pretty
St.
sure
Brown's one
sure-
touchdown and garbage.
But he
time,
still only had
basically.
like 4 catches or something
Yeah,
like
it was
that.
Yeah.
93 yards.
They literally said, "Here's our offensive linemen, and here's David Montgomery."
Yeah.
Mhm.
They checked in every time and reported as eligible for what happened to them last year and how they kind of got screwed.
Yeah.
They did it every single play. And at that point in time, I was just like, oh, sweet mother of God. It's going to be brutal.
I mean, if you check in as eligible on every single play, you always keep the defense on the field.
The worst part was they did it like every time.
Well, yeah,
Because it was 2 of them, too.
announced it every play.
Yeah. And then they're like sitting there. They did it too. It was rough. And it was funny because there was like 2 Lions fans in front of us and then 2 like down on the front row. And everyone was high-fiving and fist bumping the entire game. And then Hudson went down and I said, "You might have won the war, but you might have won the battle. We all lost the war with that one." And they just looked at me. I said, hey, don't get mad. You're up 30 right now. But then they were just looking at me. I said, "You just hate to see that, just star players." Too bad he's from Michigan, though. I'd feel bad. I feel worse, but yeah, damn shame.
Tough though.
Yeah.
I
didn't even
ice
see it,
season
which is
is
the
over
problem.
twice.
It's true.
Because all I see is he's laying there, and here comes the cart. I'm like, that's not great.
Yeah.
And then they get him on the cart, and they show him driving away in the gigantic, like,
Air
hip
cast.
down air
Yeah.
cats. And I said, yeah, that's chalk, bro. That's chalk. He's done.
Yeah, I had already turned the game off
Yeah.
I didn't even turn the game on.
Yeah.
for the best.
That was for the best. But all in all, I'm glad we went. It was a good experience. Jerry Will's big. I guess the only issue is Jerry's really just concerned about racking in money from his fans at this point. He doesn't really deliver any wins for them or anyone
Maybe
that's
somebody
competent.
else's world.
Yeah. It felt like Disney World, and it really makes sense now of why at the end of the day, Jerry doesn't care. So I sent a long, like 5 paragraphs to Brady. I'm not going to read them all. So
It was pretty good.
he said, you should say this in a microphone. I said, this will take like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, games wise, I don't really have anything else to talk about.
You don't want to talk about the Seahawks?
Why would I want to talk about the Seahawks?
They're your team.
Oh, forgot that was the thing.
Um,
Nope, that's okay. I don't know what I don't even know who the Seahawks played this week.
49ers.
I don't believe it.
We played the 49ers.
Play or played?
Played.
That was the Thursday night game, actually.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh, anything interesting happen?
Jordan Mason died.
Kind of.
No.
Kind of, sort of. We can talk about how Baker Mayfield threw 325 yards and 4 touchdowns and 3 picks.
You're gonna depress the Browns fans even.
Nope, go for it.
And they
Browns
beat
fan.
the Saints 51-27. It was crazy. Let's check out.
Oh, Joe Flacco won
Actually, he's a
too.
Lions fan. Actually, no, he's defecting.
He's on the
again.
bandwagon.
He's defecting again.
Okay, are you ready? Are you ready for these
No,
scoring?
still about to be over there. That was a wild game because the Bucks were up like 3.
That's what I'm going to read.
And they came back. Yeah.
So the Bucks scored 17 in the first and the Saints 0. Second quarter, it was 27 unanswered by the Saints, and then the Buccaneers got a touchdown to make it 24-27. And then the second half, the Buccaneers put up 27 points, and the Saints goose egg.
Yeah.
Wild.
Yeah, that was insane.
Roller coaster.
And Chris Olave died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aside from that-
And Rashid Shaheed.
Yeah, that's true.
That is true.
Blake and I were just trading depth receivers earlier, and Blake sent a 3-way trade between him and Clayton and I, and Blake was getting Rashid. And Clayton was like, "No, Rashid Shaheed is like the boomer bust. Go, he's staying." Not even a full hour later, Rashid Shaheed, a meniscus.
So, oh, by the way, the Ravens, who started 0-2, are now 4.
Yeah.
They beat the Commanders 30-23, and the Commies got
Started
pretty
giving
good.
Derrick Henry the ball.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, it's not football. It's NLCS stuff.
Devontae Adams got traded
Devontae Adams got traded
to
for
his
a third round pick. For a third round pick?
Yeah, I think a
a
conditional.
conditional third that can turn into a second.
I don't even
Yeah,
know
if
what
they make the
conditions
AFC
are, but-
championship, if
Yeah.
they make the Super Bowl / AFC championship /
Or if he is an all pro or makes a Pro Bowl or something
Yeah.
like that.
my ass.
Well,
They are
congrats to
2
the
and
Raiders
4.
on their third round pick.
Yeah, the Raiders got a third round pick for someone who said his hammy hurt, and now he's at practicing full.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
As I hear, you said he's playing Sunday, so
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
I'm interested to see how that does with Garrett Wilson and him.
it'll go exactly as you think. It'll be between so many people focusing on Devontae Adams that he's going to forget about Garrett Wilson. He's going to still throw the double
Let's
coverage
see.
ball.
Garrett Wilson just got demoted to wide receiver 3.
You put him behind Lazard.
Yep,
because
you're on Adderall right there.
because it's Rodgers. Just because it's Rodgers. Yeah, it's similar to what you said. It's either going to be everybody's focus is going to be on Adams, so he's going to cook whoever's secondary cornerback, or he's demoted to wide receiver 3 or 4 because Rodgers loves throwing to Conklin, the tight end, and also wants to throw to his Packers receivers. So
But to be fair, Garrett Wilson's popped off the last 2 games.
yeah, tell me about it.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Carson tried to send me some BS trade and was like, well, this is exactly what you did with Wilson. I'm like, it's not what I did with Wilson. Both the guys I got for Wilson had better weeks and better average points this season up until I traded him. I will take my L. I lost that trade, obviously, because now Wilson has cooked the last 2 weeks.
I was about
We'll see
Hey,
now.
you lost the battle, but you made both the war.
Maybe.
You might have won the
I was
war.
about 5 minutes away last night from 1-2 Chris Brown and Carson in the face.
He was texting me, dude.
Was it about the trade?
No, he was texting me about Yankees Guardians. I
heard
told him
that
to eat
part.
some
Of
crayons.
course he was.
Dude, I
He
literally
was like, brother, you haven't paid attention in years.
Oh,
What do
now
you
all of a sudden
mean?
he's a Yankees fan?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
of
he's
course.
been a Yankees
For the
fan the whole
trade.
time.
Sure.
So for the trade that I did with Dak, CD, and Tank for Chase Brown and Tyreek.
Yeah.
He was trying to tell me that these three were not like equal, if not a little bit better than for those two. I said, what do you mean? I said, you're telling me you'll take a Tyreek Hill who has Snoop Huntley as his starting quarterback, who is wide receiver like 30 right now.
Yeah.
He's like, well, you know, when Tua comes back, he's gonna pop off. I said, are you gonna pray that Tua
If Tua comes back,
zone is gonna come back and get a dub and be all right? Or I'm like, or do you want the people?
He's been symptom free since the day after.
Yeah,
supposedly.
yeah, sure.
He just tilts his head to the side and the brain cells fall out, but that's beside the point.
There's a little bit of brain matter leaking from the ear, but hey, we put a cork in there. That should be all
Yeah,
right.
it should be fine. The helmet squeezes it, so it should hold it all together.
Yeah. Shook up the team this week. See how it goes. Mixing it up. Well, he said it the first time as I'm still sweating through the carton tray, but trying to get the carton tray. He's like, I'm glad you responded to it this time because you ignored it earlier. I said, because the job wasn't done yet. He's like,
you can finish.
he was like, if you like just get Tua on IR from Matt, I mean, like, because he's on IR, and it's not like he's fully guaranteed to come back. And if you somehow get Tyreek Hill and you get that stack, and somehow that stack saves your ass, you got your team at this point. He said, even without him, you'll still be a decent team. And I'm like, I'll try. So then I tried very hard. And I proceeded to text Carson the Shiloh Love Just Do It meme. I called him my little ginger cherub. I called him my little something else. And he and then I proceeded to just yell at him the entire time after he kept saying, wait one more week. I don't want to lose the game. I'm like, you're 4-2.
You're fine.
I'm 1-5. I need this.
Oh yeah, one day.
And then
Well,
he's
it's
like,
funny.
all right.
Our trade was basically done. I just had to accept it. I'm at the gas station. He texts me and says, you interested in my homie? And I went, homie. So I'm sitting there looking at Brady's team. I'm like,
He doesn't have Patrick Mahomes.
I think there's a miscommunication here. I'm like, what are you talking about? So then he throws this diarrhea on a screen that's like, I want to make a 3-team trade between you, Isaac, and I because I want Darnold and blah blah blah. And I'm like, I don't have time for this. I'm accepting the Leo's trade before anything changes. And then I never heard anything the rest of the night. I'm sitting there watching the Guards Yankees game. I go, should I be paying attention to a trade from you and Isaac? And he goes, Isaac, stop responding to me. I think you're good for the night. 2 minutes later, Carson Houck sends me that trade. I'm like, I'm sick of it.
Dude, he kept sending me stuff. And then when he said he was going to agree to that trade we did, he's like, can you throw in JSN for Sutton and Dobbs? I'm like, shut up and just do the trade. He's
Yeah.
like, fine. And then he did that one with Peyton for Lad McConkey, which is
It's fine.
It was just wild because he was texting me about it too, and he literally sent me a trade. And then I was like, I think I sent a counter with like something I would actually want. And then all of a sudden it was just trade is pending. And I said, really? And then I clicked on it, I was like, ah.
Him and I's trade discussion ended with Cortland Sutton for Christian Kirk straight up. I'm like, you think I'm going to trust Bo Nix figuring out before Trevor Lawrence? He goes, yeah, that's what I was banking on too. I'm like, no way. Stop sending me your stupid trades. That being said, I've crapped on Trevor Lawrence in this podcast since he's gotten into the league, and I still traded for his wide receiver one with quotes around it because I don't know what I was doing that day. Take my L.
I was surprised when you accepted it, being completely honest.
Yeah.
And he's
Yeah.
literally says questionable. I'm like, literally my bench is 85% on bye, and it's Cowboys players. I had to get rid of them, dude. I had 5 with that new trade for Rico. I'm like, I can't do this.
Which is funny because half of Isaac's team is Lions players, which is working for him right now. But
Bye week there.
if the Lions fall apart and like for 1 week, like if they choose the wrong week to be bad, you will be screwed. Like if it just happens to be in the playoffs, that all of a sudden the Lions don't play well, it'll be brutal.
I'm very excited. If Jerry Jeudy would catches half of the targets he's about to be force fed, I'm very excited.
No, it's gonna be Elijah Moore or whatever. He's gonna start getting the targets now.
Dare.
Dude, I'm about to be downright miserable.
Don't you dare wish that upon.
No,
Daniel
it's
just
gonna happen.
Daniel just put in the group chat that Drake May had to get an MRI on his knee after practice today.
Uh-oh, I've heard this story before. JJ McCarthy torn ACL, he's out for the year.
Yeah.
Full participant and then went and got.
Coach, my knee hurts. I think there's fluid in it. Can we
First-
get that out?
First game since Tom Brady in 2019. The New England Patriots threw a passing touchdown in 3 consecutive quarters. Now, also 2 picks and a fumble, but
Lonzo Ball
Tomato,
hit a
tomato.
three-pointer today.
Shot's still good.
Oh, yeah. It's cash.
Drake May was really good. I just
You're that good.
wish that he was actually healthy now.
Little drive, kick.
Dude, since he actually fixed his form, he's been like one of my favorite players when healthy to watch.
Oh, he's so fun to watch.
Like
Yeah.
I
He
can
runs
watch,
the breaks so well.
you know,
He's
quite
a heck of a shooter.
frankly, I can watch him a million times better than I can watch LaMelo. LaMelo plays way too street for me. And some of the stuff he does, I'm just like, you're 6'7", you look like the shorter version of Victor Wembanyama. Just tall, lanky, and something doesn't add up.
Yeah.
Still miss watching LiAngelo, bro. Him in the summer league was built different. Didn't he have like a 30-point game?
Maybe.
What a guy.
Yeah.
USA lost to Mexico 2-0 last night. Dos Acero, not in the good way.
As a bench team.
Yeah, pretty much. It was a bench team, and
I don't know what a starting team is for us anymore, but
I think it was what we saw. Just swap in Pulisic for Tillman. Swap in swap in Weah for probably Musa. Swap in Gio for probably Aiden, and swap in McKinney for whoever the other midfielder was.
yeah, but that also doesn't include Ballo or
Swap in Ballo,
Chris Richards or
Josh Sargent pisses me off. He shouldn't have started the second game after missing that sitter.
dude. I don't know if the national team there's just too much pressure or what.
I don't know.
Dude cannot get it done.
Because that man can score goals out the ace for Norwich City,
Yeah,
but he cannot do it for.
he'll be a
for
goal
country.
leader for the championship, and then
Yeah, exactly. I don't know.
brutal.
For the way
Yeah.
Poch wants to play, it looks like we need someone who's like taller than 6'1". So
We don't have that.
we do. His name's Daryl DK. He's still coming back from his ACL.
His 15th ACL injury. Yeah,
We
sure.
also have Ricardo Pepi, who actually scored a goal.
He's
so-
not much taller than Sargent though. If he's taller than Sargent.
I think Sargent's only like 5'10", 5'11". Pretty sure Pepe's like 6'3".
No,
I don't think so.
Pepe's. I thought
I think you're
Pepe
thinking of
was.
Ferreira.
Jesus
I
Ferreira.
thought
is
Jesus
that
Ferreira
tall.
was taller. Josh Sargent's 6'1".
Okay. Enlighten me, because I feel like Pepe is taller.
Also 6'1".
No shot.
Wow.
Jesus is not taller than them.
5'8". You're right.
How
I
tall
thought he was
Daryl?
taller than that. I was already ahead of you. 6'2".
Aha!
Oh.
I knew it.
Big dog.
How tall's Flo?
Oh my
Sorry,
goodness.
I know what
He's
you're
gotta be
talking
gotta be 6 foot.
He's like
5'11".
5'11", 6 foot.
5'10".
Okay. Hey man.
He just ripped his shoulder apart though. He's out for the next 2 months.
Yeah. At least he can still do physical training like running.
I don't
No, you
think
can't.
you can.
Kind of need to move your shoulder to. All right. Anyways,
Put one of them shoulder harnesses on that bad boy and call it a day.
just make him look at George Kittle every weekend.
Yes.
Um,
Limit his rotation and movement to this.
I don't know. I'm excited to see what happens with U.S. soccer. It's not worth judging it
November.
off these first 2 games because
November 14th, quarterfinal.
for what?
CONCACAF, I think. It's either Gold Cup or Nations.
Huh.
I just saw we played Jamaica in the quarterfinal, I believe.
Okay.
Let's
Oh,
go
I
win
sh-
something.
I shall double check.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Decision day is Saturday for the MLS. The only thing we're playing for is the number 2 overall seed.
I thought we had that already.
We have the 2 seed in the East.
Oh, okay.
We want 2 overall. So if
Quarterfinals against Jamaica, November 14th, and then the 18th is the second leg.
so Galaxy would have to lose or tie with the worst team in the West, San Jose, and we would have to beat New York Red Bulls to get the number 2 overall seed.
Okay.
So that's not going to happen. So
No.
we'll be the 3rd overall seed with just Miami and LA Galaxy ahead of us. Cucho is supposedly first in the
MVP voting.
MVP ranking, power rankings, but we all know it's going to be messy. So hopefully that lights a fire under Cucho.
I think
Could
he
go
would.
crazy in the playoffs. That'd be nice.
I think he's going to anyways.
Hope so. Be cool to go back to back.
Yeah.
Go back.
We're gonna have to get to Miami though.
Most likely. I don't know. I think there's a chance that they can lose in the playoffs.
You think so?
Hey man,
I think there's a way to scheme against them when you're really locked into playing against one team rather than it just being regular season, Wednesday, Saturday type beat.
That's fair. You think
I think there's ways you can scheme against them.
out of that on their side, you think could get to them?
Oh, we can beat them for sure. The crew
I don't-
can.
I didn't
But-
think we're on their side of the bracket.
We're in the East together though,
Right.
because they're 1, we're 2. I don't know. I don't want to say Cincinnati. I refuse to.
That's fair. That's who I was thinking. But
Maybe, but yeah, especially Miami's weird because they're all either really young or really old.
yeah,
So like you just have to pressure their young guys into making mistakes, which is tough because half of them are on the like 22 under 22 list.
right.
But then you also just have to keep their old guys running to tire them out by the end of the game and just win the long race with them. So it's a sprint versus their young guys and a marathon versus their old guys at the same time, which makes it kind of difficult. It's my expert.
Their team is balanced when you compare it like
Yeah,
that.
they're a good team.
I have stat.
Throw it at me.
Breaking news.
How breaking?
Lonzo Ball is 100% from 3-point land right now.
2 for 2?
He's 2 for 2.
Stud muffin.
6 points,
Yep.
1 assist, 1 rebound in 7 minutes.
Dialed the season.
Do we end it on that?
Bulls are gonna be a top 5 team. We didn't talk about any playoff baseball.
Oh yeah,
Do we
the
want
Dodgers
to?
are up right now on the Mets. Bottom of the second.
All about the Mets.
It's 1 out, and the bases are juiced.
That series is 1-1, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Because
Oh.
Grimace is the fuel to their fire.
Yeah, all right. I'll buy that.
Oh my god, the Mets have the bases juiced.
For Harrison Bader,
Or I think this is Francisco Alvarez. Aha, I was right. Francisco Alvarez.
it's Francisco Alvarez.
He's a catcher. He is
I was like Francisco
22
Lindor.
years young.
What do you got?
He was born on November 19th, 2001. What a G. He's going to be 23 this year.
Old man.
Pitching. Yeah.
I got to witness one of the best guards postseason home runs ever. Had the luxury to go to Game 5 against the Tigers. That Lane Thomas Grand Slam is genuinely a core memory for me now. Like
Build the statue.
I wish you guys could have heard just how high my voice got, just out of pure screaming. Like it was wild. It was so much fun.
That was Cleveland.
I wouldn't trade it for anything. Hopefully we see a bounce back from down 0-2. I mean, usually when we face the Yankees, we go up 2-0 and then choke it away the division series. So maybe we'll have reverse luck. I don't know.
You never know.
Big weekend at home coming up. That's the one big thing is no weekend games in Yankee Stadium. Which I mean, being in Yankee Stadium period is just the worst. But when all 4 games there would be Monday, Tuesdays, that helps.
It's pretty nice.
Yeah,
Matt Boyd tomorrow if he makes it into the 2nd inning.
but I think Boyd will be fine.
It's not Boyd I'm worried about. It's
Your manager.
It's Quake Hook McGee over there.
Yeah.
That was absurd.
I've never understood how your team can make it this far and then you get to the playoffs and then you completely change the strategy you've used to get you this far.
Well, and then you intentionally walk Aaron Judge and woke him up out of his slump.
No, they intentionally walked.
Yeah, they watched
Juan
someone else.
Soto
Or,
to get
sorry.
to Aaron Judge,
Yeah.
which is even funnier.
Which I think is asinine that they pulled him anyway. You should just let him base juice because you're telling me Tanner Bybee, your ace who stepped in this year and did very well, cannot get a sac fly.
Exactly.
Like that's all one of your best relievers came in. It was get a sac fly and then get an out of the inning.
yeah.
Like, you're telling me you didn't have trust in Tanner Bybee doing that?
He's lucky manager of the year is only regular season based. Otherwise, he'd literally be managing himself out of it.
Yeah. What an idiot.
Yeah, Vogt has not looked amazing in his first playoff go around, but he is a first-year manager. There's growing pains,
But in
but
his defense,
sadly, it's the playoffs.
but in his defense, the strategy makes sense. He doesn't want the big bats of the Yankees to see the same
Yeah.
pitcher over and over again. Which
That is true.
I get. It wouldn't be my preference, but I understand the strategy there.
Yeah, I mean, like,
And if it works, he's a genius, and if it doesn't work, he looks like an idiot. That's
I'm with you. Like I understand that probably putting K Fifth in there was the right choice. It was the right choice, but it's also the wrong choice.
the pitching one bothered me less than the David Fry sub
That was stupid.
in like the 3rd or 4th inning.
Yeah.
It was.
Just the way you use pinch hitters, it's stupid. If you're gonna sacrifice a hitter, make it Noel. I don't care how bad your catching has been. It's terrible. Our catchers and right fielders are a combined 2. I think 2 for 44 is what I saw in the postseason.
It's brutal.
Both of those hits are from Will Brennan.
I was just saying. Now that being said,
Well, Brennan,
the only people on your team that are actually hitting are Quan Rocchio.
yeah,
They're batting a
One
combined like 400
in
some,
9.
and the rest of the team is batting like
And
130.
Lane Thomas has been good.
And Lane Tom, yeah, but like his average isn't as crazy as the other two.
I think Josh
But obviously
Taylor
he's
doubled his
better.
postseason hit total last night just because he faced Garrett Cole.
Yeah, he started 2 for 2,
And Jose hit
a consolation bomb.
yeah.
But maybe that woke him up. Maybe now he comes home and bats alive. You never know.
luckily, in the next 3 games are at home.
Then it's not like the Guardians haven't had opportunity. They haven't had base runners. They just haven't gotten that last hit
Yeah,
that they need to bring guys home.
And Austin
And they
Hedges
just-
is always up with 2 outs and the bases loaded.
Yeah.
I literally called that from a mile away too.
Yeah.
I was just
Mhm.
if it always finds him. It always does.
has Cleveland ever had a hitting catcher?
Yeah,
Hey,
I know.
well, let me stop you there. Don't switch from a defensive catcher to a guy you think is gonna be a hitting catcher. It doesn't work.
Yeah, it doesn't.
That's honestly fair.
I went from Yadier Molina to Wilson Contreras. Look at my squad. It doesn't work. Don't sacrifice the defense at catcher.
The last 6 weeks of 2023, Bo Naylor was a good offensive catcher. Which he's got 12 homers this year, which is better than what we had. 2019 Roberto Perez was good, but outside of that, we haven't had a good offensive year from a catcher since Jan Gomes won Silver Slugger in like 2017.
Okay, that answered my question.
Yeah.
Hope the Guards can win.
Yep.
Boyd and probably Williams the next 2 games.
Yep.
They can pitch Ivy.
Yeah.
He only pitched like 40 pitches.
We were watching the Guards game last night, and my mom sat down and she goes, "So who's all in the playoffs here?" I said, "This is like the semifinals before the World Series." I said, "So you got the Dodgers, the Mets, and then the Yankees and the Guards." And she goes, "You're telling me 3 teams from New York are in the freaking playoffs?" I said,
Basically.
"I'm like, hold on."
One of them used to be from New York.
I know. I look at her. I said, "Who?" She goes, "The Brooklyn Dodgers." I said, "No, they're in LA now." She goes, Oh yeah.
Hey, your mom's stuck in like the 70s.
Yo, they've been in LA.
I'm just impressed that she knew they were in Brooklyn
That
at
was-
one point. in time.
Yes.
I'm just-
Honestly, that might be more impressive.
I was like, no, but I said, technically, Mom, it could be Mets Yankees, and New York will literally have like a civil war.
Hey, what a time in New York sports, though.
It is.
The
Minus
Knicks are
football.
good.
Minus the football.
The Giants are good.
Ish.
The
They're-
Giants have been
they're
playing decent
serviceable.
football.
They're
This year.
serviceable.
Trying
The
to get
Jets
back
just
down.
made a trade for a top wide receiver.
Yeah, it's like they need to just combine to be one team.
Yeah,
The New York Packers.
No, I was
The
thinking
New York-
the New York Football Jets.
The Packers.
The New York Giant Jets.
Dude, could you?
I've heard that didn't work
They
out.
might actually be good if they just combine.
Giant Jets.
They,
I
that
don't
defense
know.
would be scary.
The defense and the offense would be good.
Who's playing quarterback? Matt Stafford.
They'd make the trade.
That's when you make.
No,
the trade.
no. Isn't Drew Lock the backup for one of them?
For the Giants.
Drew Lock.
They gotta have
Drew Lock and Tyrod Taylor.
Dude, imagine Garrett Wilson, Malik Neighbors, and Devontae Adams. That would
What a
literally
trio.
feed families in New York. That would feed families. That would,
Saquon Barkley's gonna
It'd
come
be
back.
dude. Then you got Devin Singletary, Brees Hall,
That's a
The
good-
goat
Tracy.
Braylon Allen.
yeah.
Braylon Allen.
You
What's
got
it? 19
running backs
20?
right there. But
The Tyler Tracy probably wouldn't make the team.
facts. They probably
He
should have put
wouldn't.
it back at wide receiver.
That's true. Where do you go to college?
I don't know. But Lindor just struck out on a 3-2 count with 2 outs with bases juiced.
So did Alvarez. Before.
Oh, I know. But that wasn't full. He just struck out. Dude, that curveball / slider, whatever he's Walker Bueller is his name, I believe.
Yeah.
He throws. Oh my god, that's got bite. Because I'd be like, yep, I'm swinging at that and that. Not that fastball because it would hit me in the face and it would have moved me out of the way. And then strike 3.
Dude, the Tigers are gonna sign him this offseason. It's gonna be gross. It's gonna be terrifying.
Screwball Bueller 2-1-2 punch is crazy.
Jack Flaherty comes back.
Disgusting.
Oh, do we want to cover that? Will Howard doesn't know how time works when he's a senior in college football. And apparently when a quarterback is pressing your wide receiver and your wide receiver within the 5 yards gives him contact and the cornerback who's pressing proceeds to lose his footing, that's all pass.
It sounded like there was a lot of stuff that went both ways in that game. Because didn't we have what should have been interception
The
go our
first
way?
play, and then they got it back with a fumble.
Oh.
I mean, it
See, I missed that.
equaled itself out. It equaled itself out.
And then they had a guy get ejected for spitting
Spitting
on
on
a
our
player.
face.
Like there's
Yeah. That guy.
and then
was
they
their best
intentionally
wide
put a
receiver.
12th man on the field so that way clock would run off, but then
Yeah.
the play would still have to be stopped. I mean,
Yeah.
what a chess game.
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know.
But some of the pieces like chose to move themselves. I don't know. Why are you sending posts in the middle of our podcast?
It's not on Drake Man. It was just there.
That's
I
so
know.
heinous. I mean, like, how do you not pay attention? Why are you on your phone? I can't believe
Literally
it.
watching the NLCS at 2 teams he doesn't care about.
That was me gaslighting.
I know.
And this has been Hot Take Sports, episode 158. We'll see you next time.